Hey there! Welcome to the first episode of our brand new weekly series, where every Friday we bring you the latest movies and shows available on streaming platforms. From Netflix to Prime Video, Disney+, HBO Max, and more, it's all here. This week's guide covers releases from May 16th to May 22nd, 2025. Looking for something fresh to watch? Let's dive in. Alien, Romulus. Space was supposed to be an escape, a hope for a new beginning. But for this group of young colonists, it becomes a trap with no way out. Alien. Romulus is a new chapter in the cult series set between the events of the first Alien and Aliens. Rain and her android brother Andy end up on the abandoned space station Renaissance to get the necessary equipment to survive and escape the devastated planet. Instead of rescue, they find something much worse, a xenomorph that has been waiting in the dark for years. The fight for life begins in a claustrophobic maze where every rustle can be a harbinger of death. Director Fede Alvarez returns to the series' roots, relying on practical effects, a suffocating atmosphere, and a slow build of horror. Alien. Romulus is not only an homage to Ridley Scott's classic, but also an intense sci-fi thriller that will satisfy both loyal fans and new viewers, ready to face a space nightmare. Star Wars. Tales of the Underworld. In a galaxy far, far away, where the Republic has long ceased to matter and morality is just an obstacle, those who can survive in the shadows rule. Star Wars. Tales of the Underworld is a dark, animated anthology that looks into the nooks and crannies of the Star Wars universe, away from the heroes and the light side of the Force. In the first storyline, we follow the fate of Asajj Ventress, a former Sith assassin, as she comes back to life and tries to find her place in a brutal world. She is accompanied by a young Jedi, Lyco Strata, and their relationship balances between distrust and common purpose. The second storyline focuses on Cad Bane, a legendary bounty hunter who confronts his own past by meeting an old friend, now on the side of the law. Each episode is a new tale of choices, loyalty, and the fine line between hero and villain. Tales of the Underworld is Star Wars in its most raw, illusion-free form, where the law does not reach. Sirens. Imagine a place where everything shines from luxury and every face hides a secret. Sirens is a 5-episode miniseries that takes us into a world of influential women, disturbing relationships, and perfect lies. Devon arrives at the seaside estate of her sister Simone, who seems completely fascinated by her new boss, charismatic billionaire Michaela Kell. Surrounded by a group of loyal followers, Michaela does not resemble a typical leader, rather someone who is creating a new reality. Amidst the perfect interiors and serene smiles, tension builds, and Devon begins to suspect that this woman's power is not just based on money. The series combines a psychological thriller with black humor and satire on social arrangements. Sirens is a story of seduction, control, and the thin line between freedom and obsession. Murderbot. In a world where artificial intelligence oversees every move and humans trust algorithms more than they trust each other, an exceptional being emerges, an android who doesn't want to rule the world or destroy humanity, just have holy peace. Murderbot is a science fiction series based on Martha Wells' best-selling series, in which the main character, a protective entity with a hacked mind, gains free will. Instead of causing a rebellion, he chooses to binge the series and stay away from people. Unfortunately, not everything goes according to plan. Forced to protect a group of scientists, he finds himself caught in the middle of intrigue, danger, and questions of identity. Filled with black humor, irony, and existential musings, Murderbot combines thriller with philosophical reflection, but served lightly and with detachment. It's a series about what it means to be yourself, even if yourself is a sarcastic android who hates human contact the most in the world. Motorheads. In the town of Ironwood, Pennsylvania, Where the roar of engines is part of everyday life and street racing is more than a hobby, a new story full of adrenaline and mystery begins. Motorheads is a youth series that combines family drama with a passion for speed. Twins Caitlin and Zach move with their mother from New York to a hometown that hides more than just memories. Their father, once a local racing legend, has disappeared without a trace, and the past they wanted to leave behind is coming back full force. Together with their new friends, they decide to rebuild his old car and challenge the local street track champion. Along the way, they discover secrets that could change everything they knew about their family. Motorheads is a story about growing up, competing and searching for one's own identity, in a place where every turn can be the beginning of something bigger. Overcompensating. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is to be yourself, where everyone expects you to be someone else. Overcompensating is an 8-episode comedy drama series that tells with humor and sincerity the story of Benny, a former soccer player, a prom king, a boy who has always played the role of the perfect guy. But when he gets to the prestigious Yates University, the facade begins to crack. Benny hides his orientation and, in order to fit in, exaggeratedly pretends to be someone he is not. Into all this comes Carmen, an outsider from New Jersey, who is also trying to find her way in a world full of pretenses. Together, they form an unusual bond that allows them to finally speak and feel real. The series balances absurdity, nostalgia for the 2000s, and the painful truth about growing up. Overcompensating is a story about shame, masks, and the need for acceptance, but also about how wonderful it is to finally stop pretending. Secrets we keep. Welcome to a world where facades of luxury conceal silence and elegant estates become the scene of unspeakable tragedies. Secrets We Keep is a Danish Netflix miniseries that draws viewers into a suffocating atmosphere of appearances and hushed affairs. When young Filipino caregiver Ruby disappears without a trace, her neighbor Cecilia begins to suspect that no one around her wants to know the truth. She soon discovers that the entire community would rather pretend than admit that something bad might have been going on right next door. The series tackles racism, social inequality, and violence without compromise, showing how easily we protect the comforts of our own lives at the expense of others. Each episode peels back another layer of hypocrisy, revealing what really goes on behind closed doors. Secrets We Keep is a powerful, uncomfortable tale that stays with the viewer long after the screening is over. That's it for this week's picks. If you found something worth watching, hit the like button and subscribe for fresh updates every Friday. Got a favorite from this week's list? Drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. See you next week.